you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name's Kaylin. I'm 26 and I film a lot of entrepreneurship, lifestyle, and productivity content. And welcome to December's budget with me. I'm filming this on December 1st and obviously I'm in the Christmas spirit. I got a lot of questions asking if I was gonna do this video because I did not end up doing a November budget with me, but we just got caught up with the move and a new puppy that I didn't even get around to budgeting until like November 15th. Like it was just way too late in the month to actually film a reset. So that is why I did not do a November budget with me, but we are back with our regularly scheduled monthly reset programming and we're kicking it off with December. So if you guys watch my monthly budget with me, then you know that I typically try to include a monthly money chat at the end of every budget with me where we talk about credit cards, cashback, any sort of financial topic. But this month, because I've been getting so many questions and requests for an ultimate wealth dashboard tutorial. At the end of this monthly reset, I'm gonna go through, answer your guys' questions that I asked you guys here on YouTube and Instagram to ask me, and just kind of talk you guys through how to actually use the ultimate wealth dashboard. Like I said, this is highly requested. A lot of people asked for a dedicated video, but I just feel like just because I do my monthly resets and I talk about the spreadsheet so much in these videos, I thought it would just probably be better to include it in the December reset. So like I said, I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Get your ultimate wealth dashboards out. I know a lot of you guys have this, your budgeting spreadsheets, whatever you use to set your monthly budget. Get your holiday coffee, your holiday tea. Look how cute this is. I got this at Target. It was only like, I think it was $3. It was like insanely cheap. But get your drinks, get your snacks, and let's do our December budget together. All right, let me get to my spreadsheet pulled up here. I'm also just getting over being sick. I'm actually still pretty sick right now. I don't know what this is, if it's the flu, but it is lasting forever. If I sound a little congested, that is why I'm sick. All right, so I have November pulled up. Let's talk about November really quickly. I'm gonna go through November pretty fast just because I did not do a November budget with me, so you guys did not see the budget that I actually set. So we'll just kind of talk through it. I stuck to my budget really well. My income was pretty similar to what I had planned on. All right, so you can see my total income was $4,276.51. This is all business income except my Amazon income. I am self-employed and I have 3 different businesses: Amazon FBA, Press Reset, which is where I sell my budget templates and online, finance and productivity tools that I will have linked down below. And then I have content creation. So between 2 of those 3 streams of income, I did $4,276. For my income breakdown for AdSense, I had budgeted $500 and I actually made $517.77. This is Google AdSense, what I make from my views on YouTube. For brand deals, I did have a brand deal in there, so I got paid $400. Amazon, I do not share this income. I get a lot of questions why. I split this income. My partner and I, which is also my boyfriend, my business partner and boyfriend, we pay each other the exact same amount. And for his privacy, I don't share my half because it is the same as his half. And for other income, this is just any other stream of income, whether it be I sell something. This is from Press Reset. I budgeted for $4,000 and I actually did $3,358. And so that brought my total income, like I said, to $4,200 without Amazon. For bills, I spent $1,235, and you can see rent, I had budgeted for $970. It was actually $975. This is our first full month of rent in this new apartment, and it is about $200 more expensive a month. I think for October, yeah, I had budgeted for $865, and November, since this is our first full month here, my half was $975. Wi-Fi, once again, this is my half is $40, and utilities, once again, my half was $220. So our total utility bill was $440. A lot of you guys said our utilities are insanely high, and so we're hoping with this new apartment, because it's newer, it has better insulation, our utilities will go down. This month it was really high though, because we had to pay for this month and half of our other apartment. So it's basically like we're paying for an apartment and a half and utilities. So ended up paying $220, so my bills came out to $1,235. Total expenses were really good this month. They were $1,605. I consider it a good month if I can keep my expenses below $2,000. My coffee, Anyway, during the holiday season, I actually don't buy coffee out a lot just because I love making like cozy at home holiday coffees like I did this morning. So I like to get like the peppermint mocha coffee or the creamer or gingerbread creamer, sugar cookie creamer, add some like whipped cream and sprinkles. Plus what's going on with everything, I would just rather make my coffee at home. So gas, Devin paid for all my gas. All of this is pretty good. Gifts, I budget for $500 obviously because I started buying Christmas gifts, spent $525, so stuck pretty well there. And yeah, so overall, like I said, expenses were pretty good. I budgeted for $2,300 and it came out to $1,600, which obviously I'm very happy with. My savings, I hit all of my savings goals, and same with investments. Like I said, a pretty average month, which I'm happy with, especially during the holiday season. I've been a lot more intentional this month and this season about just the gifts that I'm giving. And don't get me wrong, I still spend a decent amount on Christmas, but I've been really making sure that they are actually intentional gifts and gifts that like that person needs, rather than just like buying a bunch on Black Friday or during these holiday sales, which is very easy to do. And so I do feel like that is a big reason for, you know, me having a decent November even during holiday season. Okay, now let's move on to December. This is what I'm excited about because, like I said, December is just, as I'm sure it is a lot of people, this is my favorite time of the year. I'm really excited for December. I know that there are obviously gonna be an increase in expenses, an increase probably in groceries, because this is actually the first month that we are hosting a Christmas here. This is the first year we've actually had this space in this apartment. So we're hosting a Christmas for one side of our family, and I'm nervous. Being in an apartment since college, I have never hosted like any big holiday. So I also want to kind of like plan and obviously budget for an increase in groceries because of that, and an increase in just miscellaneous, because with us hosting Christmas, I want to like have like a nice, especially for the first time, I want to have like nice like appetizers, but also like decor and games and stuff. So basically I say all that to say it's really important to look at your month coming up, seeing what you have planned and kind of budgeting around that, and being a little bit more realistic with your expenses so that way you can actually stick to your budget. So let's start with our income, where we always start. We actually have a rollover of $135.99 this month that I'm definitely going to use because, like I said, we'll have more expenses. So I'm going to select include rollover, and you can see now we have $135.99 in our budget that is unspent from last month. For income, for AdSense, I actually already know, because I am filming this on December 1st, I already know what I'm gonna get, or actually I don't know because I don't have yesterday's data, but I'm going to say just $400 for AdSense. For brand deals, I already know I have one. I'm gonna say $800 for brand deals. And for other income, I think I'm just gonna say $4,000 again. I think it'll probably be pretty similar to last month. So we are budgeting for an expected income of $5,200. Moving over to our bills, we have our rent, which was due today. Fun. Wi-Fi, I think is due on the 20th. Devin pays the Wi-Fi, so I don't know. And then utilities, why am I putting November? Okay, so for rent, now I know I need to pay $975 in rent. For Wi-Fi is $40, and utilities, I'm going to say it'll probably be a little bit higher still, because it always is during December, because you have the Christmas lights on, Christmas tree on, you have the heat on. I'm gonna say $200. I'm gonna give myself a month to like actually see. Moving over to expenses for groceries, like I said, we are hosting Christmas, and so we're gonna definitely have an increase in groceries. We aren't cooking everything. I was like, I cannot do that. I can go get like a honey baked ham and then like make some appetizers and stuff, but I'm just gonna say $400 for groceries. For restaurants, honestly, I don't think we'll really eat out that much. We have been pretty good about eating out and cooking here now that we're obviously getting settled into our new place. Plus it's the holiday season, so we're those people that like we go to everybody else's house, which is nice. That's probably how I ended up sick, but I'm just gonna say like my normal typical $100 for restaurants. For coffee, I'm going to say $30 for coffee. I'm gonna say 25 actually. $25 for coffee. For the gym, it's always 25 since I canceled my cycling. Miscellaneous, I say this all the time, is not necessarily like irresponsible spending. It's just spending. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cough. But anyways, like I was saying, miscellaneous isn't always unnecessary spending. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's just like it doesn't really fit into a category. Like if I went and got like my driver's license renewed, I would like put it in miscellaneous. That was such a random example, but anything random like that, I would just throw in miscellaneous, even though it does have like the little sponge next to it. It's just anything that, like I said, it doesn't really fit anywhere else. I am going to allow myself to probably spend another $100 or just $100 this year in total on holiday decor. And so since we're already on December 1st, I'm not gonna go too crazy. I love the decor that I have. I just wanna get a few like pieces here and there. So I'm gonna have to say, I think I gave myself $500 last month. I feel like that was like a pretty good. I wanna spend less because that, like, we bought throw pillows and like things for the new apartment, but I'm gonna say $300 for my miscellaneous. For self-care, I am gonna get my nails done. Devin has been on me to get my nails done just because they're pretty bad. Honestly, I don't mind my fingers not done, but it's the toes. The toes, if I don't have my toes done, my feet really bother me, and I know if he is saying that I need to go get my nails done, then I do. He has been telling me that I need to go. So I am gonna get my nails done for the holidays. I'll probably get like a pretty red or something. So I am probably gonna get myself, and my toes. I'll probably get my nails and my toes. So I'm gonna give myself $130 for self-care. Guys, my throat, it's giving out on me. I am gonna be working with Princess Polly in December, which I like. That is a brand that I genuinely love. Their team is so sweet to work with. I really do like their clothing. They're really good quality. And I am gonna be working with them again in December. So I'm already gonna be getting clothes. So I'm gonna give myself a $0 clothing budget. Just because I am gonna get a few. I already picked them out this morning. I am gonna get like a few things for the holidays and like Christmases and stuff. So last month I spent $525 on gifts. I'm actually gonna pull up the holiday spend tracker because I have been using it too, just because I made it. I think it's useful. Okay, so this is what my holiday spend tracker looks like. I'm gonna blur some stuff out in case any friends or family are watching. Our total budget for our family is $1,180. This is for Devin and I combined. We just have a lot of people to buy for. We have 20 people to buy for Christmas. So broken down per person, it's really not too bad. There's just a lot of people. So we still have a little bit to spend on Christmas. So I'm just going to budget $300 for gifts for December. We got a majority of our spending done in November, but I know like once everything's wrapped, I always like end up picking up like little things here and there that I see. So I'll budget $300 for gifts. For subscriptions, we can look at our subscription tracker, and it is $177.03. This makes it really nice, so that way you don't have to like input this every single month. You just have a hub for all of your subscriptions, and then you can just like pool the monthly amount, which is what I do. So $177.03, which I know is what we're gonna spend. And for pets, these girls, guys, having 2 dogs. My dad is actually a financial advisor. That's probably where I get my love of just like spreadsheets and numbers and everything and finance. But when I told him that we were getting another dog, he was like, do you guys know how much money that's gonna cost you every month? Like, he thinks about the numbers first, but we were like, it's probably not gonna make that big of a difference. Like, we already get everything anyways. We just need to get a little bit more. But it definitely makes a difference. Obviously, she's worth it, but having 2 dogs, it's expensive. So I'm gonna say $250, and then we also have a rabbit. So for all 3 girls for December, I'm gonna budget $250. All right, moving over to our savings and sinking funds, we still have $2,202 left to budget. So definitely wanna put a decent amount of that into my savings to finish off December strong and really have a good setup for 2024. So for my American Express, I'm gonna say $800. Long term, this is a joint savings account for Devin and I. We really haven't been contributing to that as much as just our own personal short-term savings, just because originally it was for a house, and I've said this before, obviously we did not end up going with a house. We ended up with a new apartment, and after that moving process, I am not interested in moving anytime soon. So I'm just gonna say 0 for my long term. Rainy day, I'm gonna say $500. We're just gonna get crazy here in my rainy day. So that brings my savings to $1,300, which I feel like is a pretty decent portion of $5,200. About 20%, which is where I like it minimum for my savings. Actually, so I'm gonna increase this. We're gonna say $1,000 in the Amex since we have a little bit left over. I'm gonna say $800 in the Roth IRA, which then actually I went over my budget. We're gonna pull that back to $900. And that leaves $2.97, which I'm good with leaving that. So this is what December's budget looks like. I am also gonna set my top goals and my monthly intentions. My monthly intentions, I just wanna slow down and spend time with family. Oh my gosh, you guys, how do I spell romanticize? This holiday season. For my goals, it kind of goes with my monthly intentions, but I want to host 2 holiday, not parties, but like, I'm gonna say get-togethers. So obviously we're hosting Christmas, but I also wanna host like a night where we build gingerbread houses, bake Christmas cookies, like just things like that with family. So I would love to have my parents over, my grandparents over, even Devin's side of the family, and just do like fun holiday activities. So obviously we're gonna host Christmas, but I would like to host one more. I usually try to make these financial. These are not financial, but I'm still gonna put them in here anyways. That's pretty much like my top intentions and goals. So this is what our December monthly budget is looking like. I feel good about it. I feel like we're setting aside a decent amount for savings, but we're also being realistic with gifts and groceries and obviously like our income and bills and everything. So I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a good month. Comment down below, let me know, how you feel about your December budget. And since we just wrapped up our December budget, you guys know I always do a monthly giveaway. I did not do a November budget with me, so I did not do one during November. Katie Grunwald won the October gift card. So she won $25 to Barnes & Noble and $25 to Dunkin'. So of course we're gonna do one during December's, except this month, since it's the holiday season, I am going to be picking 2 winners. So 2 people will win a $25 to Barnes & Noble and $25 to their coffee place of choice, as long as they allow e-gift cards. So you can treat yourself or a loved one and get yourself a book, get a coffee, a tea, whatever you drink, and just have, a nice monthly reset and a gift on me. So in order to enter, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to my channel and then head over to my Instagram, follow me on there and DM me entered. I think that this went so much better than having you guys comment on my actual YouTube video, because a lot of people did not reply. I feel like you guys are a little bit more on top of your Instagram DMs versus like your YouTube comments. So subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and DM me that you entered, and I will have both winners picked by December 20th. Typically I just do it till the end of the month, but in case you guys want to use this as a gift for a loved one or for Christmas gifts or a Christmas gift for yourself, I want to make sure that you guys get it by Christmas. And to finish off our December monthly reset routine, like I said, we're going to end it off with an Ultimate Wealth Dashboard Q&A and tutorial. I'm gonna answer your questions, kind of walk you through like a little overview of the Ultimate Wealth Dashboard more in depth, because for my resets, I really only use the monthly tabs and I'll look at the annual dashboard, but there's a lot more that this sheet can do. That's why it is the Ultimate Wealth Dashboard, just because there's a lot of really cool features to get an overview of your finances. So the first question says, how do you work the bill calendar? It's not translating from the tab over to the month. So this is a question that I get a lot. The bill calendar can be a little bit tricky. So with the Ultimate Wealth Dashboard, you get all of these tabs down here, and it has a really nice bill pay calendar. So you can actually see when all of your bills are due. You can toggle between the months and they automatically populate based off of your monthly tabs into your bill pay calendar. But the thing about the bill pay calendar is you need to make sure that you have the right month selected. And then you also need to make sure that you're inputting the due dates on your monthly tabs as a date format and not just a number. So let's say we'll just select December, and this is just a blank spreadsheet. For my budget, I was using the warm neutral. This is the tan and navy. It is our original colorway. But let's go over to December. Like I said, this is a blank sheet. Right here, this column, you can set all of your due dates for your bills. So let's say I set this as 12-5. And it'll just populate a 5. But if you just type 5 in, the Google Sheets doesn't recognize that as a date. You need to make sure that you're putting the month in front of it, so that way it knows what month you're referring to. It doesn't know just because this tab is called December that you're, setting the 5 as December 5th. You need to make sure you set the 12-5 in here. So now if we go over to our bill pay calendar, you can see that rent is there on 12-5 and also populated over here as December 5th. Next question says, can you do examples on the savings section sections and using it for sinking funds. Another question says sinking fund totals with withdrawals and also deposits for the month. And basically, how do you keep track of them and keep track of growing sinking funds? So basically all about how to save and withdraw from your sinking funds and see the current balances. So first, I'll start off by saying that with the Ultimate Wealth Dashboard, you get a savings and investments tab. Here's where you'll keep track of all of your savings and sinking funds accounts. And every year you can actually go in and set your goal for that year. So let's say for a vacation, I want to end the year with $5,000 in my vacations savings account. So I'm gonna set my goal as $5,000, but I just bought this budget spreadsheet and I already have $500 in that account towards that $5,000. So my starting balance would be $500, and you can see that we're 10% of the way to that $5,000 goal. We haven't saved anything this year because we haven't entered anything on the monthly tabs. But the current balance in that account is $500 because that's what we started with. And like I said, we're 10% of the way to the goal. So now when you go to your monthly tab, I'll show you how to actually input money into that vacation sinking fund. So if you go over here, let's say on 1-1, I do a savings for a vacation for, let's say in January, I put $600 towards that vacation sinking fund. So you can see on our budget, we actually saved $600 in vacation sinking fund. And now when we go to our savings and investments tab, we can also see that $600 here in January. You can see that our current balance in that vacation sinking funds account is $1,100, and we are now 22% of the way to the goal. Now let's say February rolls around and I want to take a little weekend vacation. So I'm going to pull money out of my vacation sinking fund. So once again, going to that transactions tracker, I'm going to go to savings, I'm gonna go to my vacation sinking fund, and I wanna take out $300 for a weekend getaway. So I'm gonna put -$300 because I am taking that out of my account. Now, if we look at our budget, we have $300 in here left to spend. So now when I book my hotel room and I go to expenses, let's say I go to miscellaneous and I book a hotel room for $250, right? You can see that now we have $50 left in our budget because I transferred $300 out of my sinking fund, but I only used $250. So now we have that extra $50 that can go towards maybe food or anything else. So now let's take a look at what that looks like in our savings and investments tab. So let's go look at that. You can see in February, we actually took out $300. So now our current balance in that vacation sinking funds account is $800, and we are only 16% of the way to the goal, if that makes sense. So now going back to February, we have that extra $50 left to spend because we took it out of our sinking fund account. And let's just say I don't use it all, but I'm gonna leave it there for March because I wanna use it in my March budget. Now we go over to March, and you can see because we had that $50 left over from our sinking funds, we are starting off with a rollover of $50. I can include that rollover, and now we have an excess of $50 left to use during March. So I say that because the question also asked, how do you roll it over from month to month? And that is basically how you do that. If you don't use it all, you just include it as your rollover in the next month. Hopefully that clears that up on how to use your savings and sinking funds on the sheet. I also got another question asking if there was a 2024 version or if you can use the 2023 version for 2024. So the spreadsheet itself is undated, so you can use this year over year. Next question says, can you fill it out for your budget ahead of time? So absolutely, if you want to go ahead and set your budget for all of 2024, you can absolutely do that. Can you do an e-commerce spreadsheet that looks good? I hope every spreadsheet that I make looks good, but yes, I do want to do a small business spreadsheet. That is actually next because I am in desperate need of a good bookkeeping spreadsheet just for press reset and stuff. So I want to make one. That is on my to-do list, is to have just a small business like profit and loss and balance sheet spreadsheet. Next question says, if I wanted to add a category to the type of subscriptions, how can I do that? So if you go to your budget setup, you have all of your subscription categories here that populate on your subscription tracker. So you have lots of room here. If you need more space in this, I would either recommend that you just combine two, like utility and productivity, and then you obviously have one more space. But if you're like, I need one more line, all you have to do is just copy. I'm gonna copy this and paste that there. So that way the formatting is the same. You can obviously make it look, a little prettier, but I'm gonna put extra line. So that way we know that that is the extra line. Now, if we go to our subscription tracker and we select down on category, you're gonna see obviously extra line is not in there. So we need to expand this. I'm going to click the edit button. It is only going down to K35, which if we go over here, K35 is the line under shopping, which is all the space that it initially allotted for. So I'm just going to expand this to K36. Same column, just going down one line, just change that down one line. K36, click enter and done, and apply to all. And now when we go to our subscription tracker and we click down, it says extra line. So now we're just gonna do a really basic tutorial, just really quickly kind of go through how to actually get the most out of the Ultimate Wealth Dashboard. So first thing, when you download your spreadsheet, you'll get a PDF. It will have all of the instructions on how to use your spreadsheet. And once you have your spreadsheet open, the first tab you always want to start at is the budget setup. And this is where you're going to customize all of your categories. So all of your income, bills, expenses, savings, investments, and debt. You can also set your custom currency here. So if you change this, I don't know how to like get euros or pounds on here. Let's say my currency was P, right? That's my currency. If I go to all of the tabs, everything updates in that currency, which is really nice. You don't have to change anything manually, just update your currency there. Once again, financials for the year, this is just purely for your organization. And if you are going to be using the net worth tracker, this sheet actually comes with 20 tabs. So if you're going to be using the net worth tracker, make sure you set your net worth goal here and your subscription categories and your payment methods. Scrolling over to the annual dashboard, this is basically just a complete overview of your finances. Obviously, as you use the spreadsheet and it gets filled in, it looks really nice and pretty. And then you can actually see your top bill, expense, or savings, or you can toggle, like, let's say I want to see my top investment account or my top debt paid. You can see where your money went. And yeah, that's pretty much the annual dashboard. Just gives you a really complete picture. You don't really need to fill too much out on the annual dashboard. Everything auto-populates from your monthly budgets. You can just toggle between, you know, what you want to see up here, and then you can also set your annual goals. But besides that, you don't need to fill in anything else. Annual totals, once again, you actually don't need to touch anything on this tab. A lot of people requested this. You can actually see the annual totals per subcategory for every month and for the year. So a lot of you guys were like, okay, well, I want to see how much I spent on my phone bill for the entire year, not just how much I spent on bills for that month. You have a net worth tracker, which this goal up here populates from your budget setup. If we make this 30,000, it will populate to 30,000. So if I say, okay, I have 6,000 in my checking number one, and I have 3,000 in liabilities on my credit card number 1, 2, my total net worth 3,000 because assets minus liabilities. We can see down here, my total net worth for January was $3,000. So really nice, something I definitely want to do a better job of keeping track of to make sure that I am staying in a positive net worth. That is a net worth dashboard. All you have to do is fill out, you can customize all of these. So if you don't have a brokerage account, you can just type in whatever you want there. I am getting so stuffy. I am so sorry. I feel like I sound like Daffy Duck right now. The savings and investments tab, once again, we already kind of went over this, but you just input your goal and your starting balance. All of the monthly amounts automatically come from your monthly budget. You can also see your savings progress up here to your goal. You have $4,200 more to reach your goal, so that's including all of your goals together. You can set your savings, individual savings goals, or anything that isn't numerical there. And then you can also do the same for your investments. Subscription tracker, pretty self-explanatory. Just enter in all of your subscriptions, the category, the amount, payment method that all of these subscriptions are on, and then make sure to select the billing cycle. So that way it knows if it's getting charged monthly, annually, quarterly, biannually. You need to select a billing cycle, otherwise it will not calculate because it doesn't know how to break it down. So make sure you just select a billing cycle if it's on auto renewal, and then you can just select the auto renewal date there. For the debt calculator, this is also one that I get a decent amount of questions on. You enter your debt name right here. So obviously this says car loan. Let's say I make this student loans. We can see now that this says student loans and this says student loans. You want to enter in all of your loan information. So let's say the balance is $10,000. And I have a 3% interest rate, and my minimum payment every single month is $250, right? So we can see it automatically calculates how many months it's gonna take and when you'll become debt-free. You want to enter in the start date, and this is the month and the date that you started paying off this loan. So let's say it's going to be, your first payment is going to be January 1st, 2024, 1-1-24, January 1st, 2024. You can see that you're 44 months away from paying this debt off, and you're going to be debt-free from this loan on July 1st, 2027. It's accounting for all of your $250 payments, but let's say, you know, 1 month you have a little extra money, you want to pay an extra $50 off in March of 2024. You just enter in extra debt paid, and then you can see you kind of bumped up your debt-free date a little bit because you paid extra on that loan. And this is a total interest that you're gonna pay over the life of the loan. And debt paid, because this starts on January 2024, we have not paid any of this debt, so it's at 0. But let's say we made this 11-25-2023. It will say that we have paid $250 because we made that November 25th payment, and I'm filming this on December 1st. So it takes the date from this date today, whatever date you're looking at it, and knows how much debt you've paid up until that point. That total debt paid number will automatically update based on your current time. And the last tab besides the monthly dashboard is the bill pay calendar, which we already went over, so I'm not gonna touch on this too much, but it's basically just an overview of your bills. For the monthly tabs, you guys see me do this all the time. It's pretty straightforward, but all you have to do is actually enter in your budget here. And then you just need to enter in all of your transactions on your transaction tracker. You just enter the date, choose the category that it's in, choose a subcategory, the amount, payment method, and then you can add a description if you want to. Another feature of the transactions tracker is the highlight category. So you can actually highlight any category that you want to see. So if we select savings, all of your savings inputs will automatically highlight this light tan color, which is nice. Let's say you want to actually sort by a specific category, subcategory, amount. All you have to do is just click this date here, and I'm going to highlight all of my transactions. So just highlight to the end of your transactions. Obviously, we only have 3. I'm going to go to data, sort range, advanced range sorting options, and now I can select what column I want to sort by. So if I want to sort by payment method, I would select a Y. If I want to sort by category, I'm going to select a U. So we'll select a U and sort, and you can see it sorted all of our expenses by category. You can also sort the other way around. So advanced range sorting options, Z to A. Data does have a header row because the header row is in there, and it's sorted by category. So that's a cool feature I feel like a lot of people don't know about, is that you can kind of organize your transactions a little bit more by using the data sort range function. All right, you guys, so I think this wraps up this December monthly reset. My throat's giving out. I feel like I sound insane. I'm hoping when I edit this, I don't sound as congested as I feel like I sound. I probably will. Like I said, comment down below how you did during the month of November, how you feel about December, and don't forget to enter our giveaway, especially because you have double the chances since I'm picking 2 winners this month. As always, I will have Press Reset linked down below so you can shop our website if you want to shop the Ultimate Wealth Dashboard. We have an all-in-one goal and habit tracker. We have the free holiday spending tracker on there. And even if you already have some Press Reset spreadsheets, they make the perfect gift for this holiday season. They are the gift that keeps on giving because you can use it month over month, year over year, whether you're giving it to yourself, giving it to a loved one. They really do make the perfect gifts, and you don't need to wrap them. They're perfect for you, your loved ones, especially if you have anyone that lives out of state or out of town. You can just purchase it and send them the digital file so that way they can start budgeting or goal setting for the new year. Thank you guys, and I'll see you very soon in some Christmassy, cozy vlogs. Bye guys.